Hello and welcome to Channels Book Club. I am Olakunle Kasumo. Some years ago, as we approached the year 2000, countries around the world became concerned about the well-being of humanity and therefore came up with what was tagged Millennium Development Goals, or MDGs for short. Those were basically goals aimed at improving the welfare of people around the world, especially those in poor countries. In 2015, those goals were replaced by new ones called Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs for short. This book, titled 17 Big Bets for a Better World, edited by Stig Takman, Christian Kampmann, and Henrik Skövbe, explores how the Sustainable Development Goals can be met. Today, we take peeks into the book as three young Nigerian professionals who are concerned about human standard issues in Nigeria and other developing countries join us to read from it and share their thoughts.
Why the world urgently needs big bets. History is driven by great inventions of astonishing impact. Faced with harsh conditions and intractable challenges, humans have always been capable of coming up with new solutions to improve their lives and chances for survival. Smallpox vaccine, the Green Revolution, and the mesmerizing anti-poverty movement of the last 2 decades are just a few examples of real transformational ideas that have brought about real change. 2015 was a landmark year for global development. It marked the successful termination of the Millennium Development Goals, MDG, and the adoption of the Global Goals on Sustainable Development. The Global Goals, the most ambitious project the international community has ever agreed on, consists of 17 goals and 169 targets, ranging from the pursuit of gender equality and quality education to climate change and promotion of inclusive societies. While the MDGs took the global development agenda a long way, lifting more than 1 billion people out of poverty, increasing primary school enrollment, and providing electricity to almost 2 billion people, the global goals set out to finish the job. The global goals apply to all. They cut across geographies, ethnicities, and political orientations, and they entail a shared responsibility to make the world a better place for everybody.
As the global community embarks on its path towards implementing the global goals on sustainable development, innovation and disruptive thinking is once again our best bet of addressing the world's most pressing issues. Close to 1 billion people still live in poverty. The earth is getting warmer every month that passes, and armed conflict is on the rise in many places. The clock is ticking, and with the new goals, we have given ourselves an ambitious timeline. In 15 years, we, the global community, need to successfully implement and realize the vision for sustainable development. The world stands at a crossroads, and the coming years will set the trends for future generations. As the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon had phrased it, we are the first generation that can end poverty and the last one that can take steps to avoid the worst impacts of climate change. Right now, we have a window of opportunity to deliver. In the wake of what might be the world's largest and most inclusive consultation process, the international community is committed to agree on the most holistic path towards a sustainable future. The question is, how do we deliver?
Big bets are the chances we take to bring transformative shifts, the creative ideas with which we push our thinking, the investments made in solutions to current and future challenges. A big bet might be unrealistic or naive, but it helps us expand our potential range of solutions. Ultimately, big bets are what cause progress and change, even when challenges seem insurmountable. Throughout history, innovations and creative thinking have managed to leapfrog global development and lift people out of poverty. Even Edward Jenner introduced smallpox vaccine in 1796. His results were met with fierce skepticism. The vaccine was claimed to be ungodly and critics ridiculed him. As the remarkable results of the vaccination won out, the vaccine was adopted and millions of lives have been saved from a range of once terrifying diseases. In this way, a simple innovative idea to insert pus taken from the cowpox into the arm of a boy to avoid smallpox became one of the biggest contributions to human development throughout history. Whether we speak of Norman Borlaug's Green Revolution, Nikola Tesla's invention of alternating current, or Tim Berners-Lee's development of the World Wide Web, transformative ideas have been vital in driving human development forward.
Despite the impressive progress over the past 15 years, we're still facing enormous hurdles. To give a more concrete sense of the type of challenges that we are facing, here are some of the most dire planetary facts. More than 800 million people still live in extreme poverty.
783 million people do not have access to clean water.
Almost 2.5 billion people do not have access to adequate sanitation.
In 2014, an average 42,500 people became refugees, asylum seekers, or were internally displaced every day.
Inequality is staggering, as just 62 people own the same amount of wealth as half the world.
Only 4 in 10 young women and men aged 15 to 24 were employed in 2015.
Global emissions of carbon dioxide have increased by over 50% since 1990.
And 57 million children of primary school age are not in school. The Sustainable Development Goals